Good Tuesday, everyone. Welcome to GardenStateWeather.com and GardenStateWeather.blogspot.com, providing superior forecasting for the northern mid-Atlantic region 24 hours a day. I'm forecaster Robert Smith on this Tuesday, the 8th of March, 2016. Beautiful morning across the forecast region this morning, where temperatures are in the lower 30s across northwestern New Jersey and also up in the Hudson River Valley area. Temperatures are in the low to the mid 30s everywhere else. They're generally running south of this frontal boundary, which has slipped through Connecticut here and just north of Interstate 80 here. Temperatures south of that line are in the upper 30s and low to mid 40s across the region. Quite a bit of temperature spread this morning from where north of the front to south of the front this morning, and this front won't get too much further south across the region as it washes out, begins to move back as a warm front tomorrow. Temperatures on the southwesterly flow today going to continue with our mild readings getting well into the 60s and possibly even to the lower 70s in a few spots, away from the coastal waters and away from the South Shore and east ends of Long Island as high pressure is in control. And lots of altocumulus clouds scattered around the region this morning with ceilings about 9 to 10,000 feet. Visible past the satellite imagery this morning as it's moving overhead shows a few areas of altocumulus clouds across the region, and not too much lifting here in the atmosphere as everything is pretty stable as high pressure is in control. And these echoes here are false echoes. This is probably not even reaching the ground in any of the observation stations this morning. Everything looks good on the aviation weather deck today. We have basically VFR conditions in place. There are some ceilings with altocumulus clouds at around 8,000 feet expected to pass overhead through the mid-morning and then dissipate as they move east during the afternoon. Another deck of clouds anticipated across eastern Pennsylvania, northern and central New Jersey late tonight, early tomorrow morning. Again, the cloud base is at around 5,000 feet. Light and variable wind early this morning, settling into the west-southwest for the daylight hours at less than 10 knots. Expected light and variable winds again overnight. Wednesday through Thursday, VFR, high pressure and control southwesterly winds at 10 to 15 knots during the day, less than 10 knots at night. Thursday night and Friday, basically VFR, brief MVFR restrictions in any shower with a weak cold frontal passage. And Friday night and Saturday right now, the wind more to the northeast and east. That's going to be a little cooler off the ocean as high pressure is anchored off the southern New England coast. And monitor the potential for lower clouds and MVFR restrictions at that time. Right now, things are looking good outside of Newark Airport on the tarmac, 48 degrees. Dew point 36, humidity 63%, visibility 10. A few clouds at 9,000, 15,000, and broken at 25,000. VFR conditions in place. Philadelphia this morning, 49 already. Temperature, dew point 37, humidity 63%. Wind is southwest at 5. A few clouds at 11,000, 16,000, 25,000. VFR conditions in place. Forecasted charts here is our big storm system developing across the southwest here, basically New Mexico and Texas, where lots of rain and thunderstorms and hail being evident across this region. This has been forecasted now. Bermuda High off the mid-Atlantic coast states, and the front now that is over the northwestern half of New Jersey and Connecticut begins to move north during tomorrow, and that front will continue. That front will continue to move north and dissipate as it moves north as a warm front, then southwesterly winds, high pressure temperatures getting into the 60s, 70s, possibly even 80 degrees on Wednesday across the Delmarva region. We'll show you that in a moment. And that's going to bring some widespread warmth and temperature records across the New Jersey, New York, Philadelphia metropolitan area. This area of low pressure very slow to move as the upper low is closed off here, and it's moving from basically from the southwest all the way into the northeast, and eventually that gets closer to the region but remains out of our reach into the Friday period. Lots of heavy rain and wind and hail damage in this area here, but high pressure is blocking all of this in just a southwesterly flow. By the time we get to Thursday, this portion of the front around the north will be kind of weak. All of the energy heading up towards the Ohio River Valley, the Great Lakes, and then St. Lawrence River Valley. So most of our region is experiencing benign weather conditions with very warm conditions on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday as well. Your temperature forecast for today across the Hudson River Valley, north of the front, temperatures around or in the lower 60s. South of the front, temperatures in the upper 60s to lower 70s as you make your way south and west here. By Wednesday, this is where record-breaking warmth will occur across the forecast region, possibly into the New Jersey, New York City metropolitan area with temperatures approaching the mid-70s. across our region and across all of the forecast region away from the immediate coast on a southwesterly wind. Temperatures on Thursday continue to be very mild too. Could see a few records here as well. Temperatures again either side of 70 degrees here for the New Jersey, New York City, Philadelphia metropolitan area, 60s to lower 70s across the Hudson River Valley and extreme hills of northwestern New Jersey. Friday temperatures are slightly cooler as a cool front makes its way through and an east to northeast wind takes hold as high pressure is off the New England coast. That should cool down the atmosphere a little bit. Temperatures still above normal for this time of the year by about 10 or 12 degrees. Temperatures running 60 to 65 degrees. Could still see records or temperatures approaching 70 degrees around the I-95 corridor, especially Philadelphia. Temperatures cool off considerably by Saturday, but still above normal. Upper 50s to lower 60s across the region. Sunday, temperatures continue to be above normal, generally running between 60 and 65 degrees. And Monday, well, temperatures still above normal. Temperatures running anywhere from the upper 50s to low 60s across the entire forecast region. Forecast charts from the GFS, high pressure and control in our region. Here's our storm system across New Mexico and Texas here into the upper Midwest. This has caused a considerable amount of mountain snow in feet across the Sierra Nevada over the last 24 to 48 hours. It's all calming down now. There's been plenty of rain along the coast as well in California as El Niño's influence continues. And as the storm system makes its way through the Tennessee and Mississippi River Valley, the Arklatex area, lots of heavy rain, thunder, and lightning here. Is going to be copious amounts of rain here in this region of Texas and down through portions of Louisiana. So there are going to be flooding concerns here. I'm sure there's absolutely watches, warnings, and watch boxes out for the flooding episode that's going to occur over the next couple of days. Meanwhile, high pressure continues in control of our weather, and it looks like it's going to continue right into the early part of the weekend. The weak frontal system and low passing to the north on the northern flank of this storm, and then more high pressure building in for the early part of next week. But before that happens, this low has to lift up towards the Great Lakes and the Ohio River Valley, and that's where isentropic lift and warmer air overriding the top here means some rain gets in here probably on Sunday afternoon and Sunday evening. It won't be terrifically heavy, but it will be a notice that the weekend will not be as pleasant as one would think, but not a washout in all areas either. And then the low just begins to fill and moves away from the forecast region as we head into the early part of next week with more high pressure building into the forecast region. So for everything live, it's GardenStateWeather.com, GardenStateWeather.blogspot.com, Twitter, Facebook, and Google+. I'm forecaster Robert Smith. You have a beautiful Tuesday, and we'll see you again on Wednesday morning.